Hello, this is Brian with ZimCo Survival, and I'm back again today. Today I'm going to go ahead and do a review for you guys on Tough Grid's Type 4 paracord. Now that essentially means that it's a 750 pound cordage, 11 strand paracord, essentially is what it is. Tough Grid is mil spec, but I'm going to go ahead kind of try to keep this review short, simple, and to the point. It is cordage, so there isn't a whole lot to go over in this review. So it should be fairly short. But let me go ahead and get into the actual stats of the paracord itself. This, now it does come in several different lengths. This is their 200-foot spool. So to give you guys an idea of the size, is about the size of my palm, thickness-wise. This is 11 strand cordage, internal strands, so that makes it 12 total, including the sheath. Now it does have a marking strand inside, like all mil-spec paracords, but in my opinion, it's non-structural, doesn't really do anything because it doesn't have any real strength to it. So let's go ahead and start kind of with the sheath itself. The sheath on this paracord, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it very well. It's very tightly woven. It's a very good sheath in comparison to other paracords I've used, where there have been pulls and stuff in the sheath itself. Not a lot of companies seem to pay too much attention to the sheath, especially the cheaper companies. Now Tough Grid, I find, is a little more on the expensive side. Not as expensive as, say, a Titan paracord, but even the Titan paracord didn't match up in quality to this. So I would say this is a better quality cordage for less than Titan, which is a paracord that I used to use a lot of. But overall, quality of the sheath is very, very good. The internal strands are very, very good. Now this is an 11 strand for the third time, an 11 strand cordage. What that essentially means is this cord can be broken down into 12 individual strands, and then you can take the 11 strands on the inside and break them down further. Each one of those strands has 3 strands. So basically, if you look at this roll of cordage right here, which is 200 feet, this roll of cordage is 6,600 feet of cordage. Or no, 6,800 feet of cordage in this one spool. So if you want to go with a paracord for bug out bags and things like that, this spool of paracord right here weighs about 1 pound and gives you an enormous amount of cordage that you can do whatever you want with. Now the cordage itself, the way it sits, is going to be 750 pounds. And then you take the sheath off. The sheath is 200 pounds. And I believe each one of the internal strands is 36 pounds. And when you break those strands down into their individual strands, each one of those is good to 12 pounds. So you have a number of different cord strengths that you can use across the spectrum for whatever you need to use it for, right here in this one spool. And like I said, if you break it all down to its smallest components, you have 6,600 feet or 6,800 feet of paracord, of cordage right here. Let me go ahead and break it apart. Like I said, it's going to be a fairly short video because there's nothing particularly special about this, unlike Titan Survivor cord, which has 3 extra strands of like jute and stuff like that. Since this is literally just paracord, I'm going to go ahead and just break this apart for you and kind of show you that it does in fact have 11 internal strands, and that each one does break down into 3 strands. So let's go ahead and separate it out there. So right there you got your internal strands. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you have it. There's all the strands. It does separate from the sheath very, very easily in comparison with other cords. Comes out nice and smooth. Let me go ahead and get one of them here for you. It doesn't, one thing that I've found is that it doesn't like to unravel on its own. Most of these things, once you cut them, it just goes and unravels. This one actually seems to require you to actually physically unravel it. It will unravel on its own over time, over course of use, but this one really seems to prefer being raveled up. But there you have it. That's one internal strand, turns into 3, and like I said, this strand right here, come on, there you go, is 12 pounds. So it's not something that you're really going to be able to break. It's like dental floss. It's hard to break on your own. It has plenty of strength to tie with things that you might want to tie with it. I don't really use paracord very much anymore in bushcrafting purposes because I prefer using it using tarred bank line instead. It just has better longevity and is more weather resistant. So I find that when I'm building shelters and things, especially if I want them to last, I just prefer using the tarred bank line versus paracord. But I do have a 200-foot spool of this in my bug out bag because paracord, well, I have a 200-foot spool of this and I have a spool of number 12 tarred bank line because cordage is a hard thing to replicate in the wild, and it is also, well, it's not hard to replicate, it just takes time. And modern day cordage is simply far superior as far as strength to thickness. So, you know, a 12-pound piece of paracord like this, which is nice and thin and easy to work with, could be, you know, that thick around when you make it out of bark or other materials. So there is a definite benefit to going with, you know, modern cordage versus just making your own, other than just saving time. But there you have it. Pretty simple, short video. In my opinion, tarred bank line Tough Grid Paracord is the best that I have found. Now, if there is better and you guys have found it, please let me know. I'll be happy to buy some and test it. But as of right now, Tough Grid Type 4 is my preferred paracord of choice. I like the fact that it holds 750 pounds. I like the fact that a 200-foot spool of it weighs 1 pound and is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. So originally I bought it to use around the house, you know, that kind of thing when I wanted it, but I didn't expect it to be as small as it was, so I went ahead and bought another one to stick in my bag. I recommend at least a 100-foot hank if you're going to purchase it. Personally, I go with this. Its price per foot is a lot less when you buy it in the spool, but you also get a nice tight spool that you can stick in your bag. Doesn't weigh a whole lot. Like I said, it weighs 1 pound, so it's not exactly light, but cordage is one of those things that everyone should have. It's used for so many different things when you're out doing bushcrafting and survival uses, that I think 200-foot spool is definitely worth that 1 pound weight in your bug out bag. There you have it. It's pretty simple. Let me go ahead and show you guys really quick, kind of right at the end, how easy it is to reseal it. I've found that it's not particularly hard. I just melt it down just a little bit here, and then just kind of stick it back together. The wind keeps blowing out my flame here. Just kind of mold it back together with your fingers. Problem solved. The way I see it, I definitely like this paracord a lot more than I like the other ones I've used in the past. Just better quality. You can tell when you open it up that it's really, really a very good quality paracord. But as always, yeah, on any of my videos that I do reviews on, I do post affiliate links in the description to the manufacturers on Amazon. So if this is something you're looking at purchasing, you can go ahead, look in the description. There will be an affiliate link that will take you directly to this listing on Amazon where you can find this paracord. And any purchases you make, because it is an affiliate link, will go toward, you know, we'll get a portion of that sale to help us continue purchasing items to do reviews for you guys. It doesn't cost you guys anything, just so you guys know. I've had people ask me, do you use affiliate links? Is that going to affect the price of the item that I purchase? It does not. You don't pay any extra money. You buy this, if it's $30, you pay $30, and the manufacturer pays me a portion of that. Not much. You know, it's only a few percent. But that portion comes to me. You don't pay anything extra. The manufacturer does. It's advertising for them. So don't worry. Using the link is not going to cost you any more money. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and please have a like. Start over here. As always, thank you guys for watching, and remember, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.